Hi, I'm Ayub. I'm a sales development representative at Archivum, and I'm one of the Entr Tech alumni. Why did I join Entr Tech? I decided to join Entr Tech because I had just completed university, graduated, and wasn't entirely sure what I wanted to do. Like many people, like yourself, for example, I knew that a career in tech would probably be good. It's a booming industry. It's an industry that's only going to continue to grow, but I wasn't really sure what role I could have fitted into. I think all the roles that I tend to see before, after graduating from university and really doing a lot of research, I really presumed that as an industry where you really have to be like an engineer or a software developer, somebody who knows how to code to really go into the industry. I completely discounted the ability of sales, for example. But after doing a little bit of research, I just happened to fall across what tech sales was. I saw what it could be as a career. I saw the skills that you needed, and immediately I was sold. I thought this is definitely the thing that I can fit into, is something I can make a career out of. After doing a few Google searches, a few searches on Indeed for jobs, it was just by chance while I looked for a job in tech sales that I ended up falling across Entr Tech. Immediately after looking at the website for Entr Tech, I saw what the program was. I saw that it was a 4-week program initially, that you are taught all the basic fundamentals to succeed in a career in tech sales. So that was the thing that immediately sold me onto joining the course. I could see that I'm going to learn everything from the ground up, and the people that are going to teach me are people who are established in their own industry, the likes of Jack, the likes of Johnny, who have both done very well in the industry and are now looking to bring in new people and try and make tech a more diverse workspace. So the learning experience for me on the Entr Tech platform was very smooth. You'll find that it's a very self-paced program. It's not school, it's not university where you're told to come in at a certain time and to do your work at a certain time. You have the complete freedom and the complete ability to be able to do the work over a period of time. But there is an expectation, and if you do join, you're expected to actually do the work. I think that for me was very good. Like, I know that if I have a certain expectation of myself, if others have an expectation of me, I try to deliver to that. I was able to, during the program, I was able to go on holiday, I was able to work, I was able to stay at home whilst also going through a self-paced program that was going to give me the basic fundamentals and the very strong fundamentals to actually go into a good career. So what I learned the most during my time at Entr Tech was to actually tackle my own fears. Me personally, I had just completed a journalism degree. I was somewhat confident speaking to people face to face, that as that was something I've done over time. I knew that I was able to write, for example, but I think it's one thing to try and know that you're good at that, but a whole different thing to learn the skill of like a cold call, for example. In sales, for example, that's something that you may have to do a lot of the time, picking up the phone, calling somebody, trying to sell something to them, but also just researching people, trying to understand the business needs, what they need at the moment, what they may need at the future, and how you can like solve their problems for them. Would I recommend Entr Tech to anyone else? 100%, no doubt. I've already began recommending the program to my friends, for example. I believe tech sales is a very it can be a lucrative career, but not many people actually really consider it. When you do look at it, I think sales might have a very bad reputation at times. People think that you just receive spam calls from salespeople and things like that, but I think if you think of it as people have problems in their businesses, you are working for a company that can solve that problem. I think it's a very strong position to be in, where you know that if you understand your own product, you understand the people that you're selling to, that you can make a lot of money for yourself whilst also making a lot of money for your own company, for example. What's the one piece of advice that I would give to anyone joining the industry and joining the academy? Joining the academy, firstly, I'd say ask any questions that might come to your mind. I don't think there's such thing as a ridiculous question or something which doesn't make sense. If it doesn't make sense to you, it might not make sense to somebody else who's afraid to say so. So I think if you make it into an open experience from the beginning, where you try and answer any questions that you may have, you'll find it to be a lot more beneficial than if you were to just stay quiet. So from the beginning, just try and be yourself, try and be confident, try and join the program with an open mind, and there's the will, the determination to try and do well. I think the guys, Jack and Johnny, you're going to meet them. They're going to try, and from the very first day, you'll see the enthusiasm. You'll see, just have a look at their LinkedIn profile. You'll see that these are people who have done well for themselves, and you can do well within the industry as well. So that's the ultimate advice that I would have for anyone. Just try and be yourself. Try and will, like, have the will to learn. And also, if you look around, see other programs. I know other people who have done similar programs, well, who have done training programs to get into a career like into tech and tech sales, for example. But their experience is not the same as mine. I really believe that these guys put their 100% effort and their time into trying to find you the perfect job, trying to also build up your skills, try and find what the weakness is for yourself, and that way you can really work on it from the beginning, so that when you do go into a job interview like myself, when I had done for this, I was confident within myself. I knew that perhaps I had the skills that another person may not have, because I had done like a few weeks already of really working on the things that I knew that I perhaps was bad at. So yeah, that's the advice that I'd have for you. I say also enjoy the experience. The fun is also in the journey as much as the results. So yeah, just really have fun and you'll do very well. I wish you all the best and I hope you have a good day.